Hello, 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 and welcome to another version of Math is Easy, Step by Step. In the last video, we talked a little bit about how you could guess and check to see what the value of a variable would be in a one-step equation. But sometimes it gets a little more difficult where you look at that variable and it's a little harder to guess and check. So here, I'm going to go over using the inverse operation. So most of the time, you will be using the inverse operation. Remember, inverse means the opposite operation in order to isolate, get that variable all by itself in order to solve the equation. Again, the goal is to get x, y, z, a, b, c, whatever the variable is, all alone on one side of the equal sign. You do that by performing the inverse operation. So let's go ahead and take a look here. I'm also going to be showing you how to check your answers after you solve for the variable. So for step one, you want to take the inverse of subtraction to both sides of the equal sign. And so here I'm going to show you what that looks like. The inverse, or the opposite of subtracting, is to add. So I'm going to add a negative 23 to both sides of this equal sign. You want to balance your equation. What you do to the left side of the equal sign, you want to do to the right side of the equal sign as well. So I'm showing you that very first step. Well, if I'm going to add a negative 23 to subtracting a negative 23, and this is a little bit advanced, we'll talk about distribution property, and a negative makes a positive. So positive 23 and a negative 23 cancel out to be 0. I want to be left with x is equal to, what is a negative 23 plus a negative 23? Again, you can review adding, subtracting integers on a video I've created in the past if you'd like to review your skills. Also, it's a good idea to do an internet search on whatever topic you're working on in math. Looking for worksheets in that topic with answers. Check your answers, write clearly so you can see if you made any mistakes. Listen, we all make mistakes. It's the golden road to knowledge, and mistakes are okay. Look back at your work, find out what you did wrong, learn from it, and don't do it again. So negative 24, you owe me $24. I'm adding another negative 23. You owe me 23 more dollars. How much do you owe me in total? Negative $47. So x equals a negative 47. Remember, we took the inverse or the opposite of that, subtracting, and we added a negative 23 to both sides. The left side of the equal sign cancels. The right side, you add those two, and you get x equals a negative 47. Hey. Let's check that answer. Let's check that answer. So I would like to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to, if I can get organized here, I apologize for that. I'd love to check my answers. So again, remember x equals a negative 47. That's what I think I did correctly on this first go around. Now I'm going to check to make sure I have the correct answer. What you're going to do is take the original problem. X minus a negative 23 equals 4. And if I did this correctly and x equals a negative 47, then everywhere I see x in the equation, the original problem, I can substitute a negative 47. And if I go through step by step correctly, one side will equal the other side of the equal sign. And that tells me I did, that my answer, x equals negative 47, is correct. So let's go ahead and go through here. Again, you want to substitute your answer, negative 47 for x, into the original problem. And then you want to simplify both sides. Simplify both sides. So I'm going to put that negative 47, because x equals negative 47. I can substitute that negative 47 for x. And then the entire rest of the original equation, I just rewrite below. So, if we did this correctly and the answer is negative 47 for x, then one side will equal the other side. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Now, again, I have created a video with some tricks to when you are subtracting with integers. Those are positive and negative numbers. Go ahead and take some time, review those videos, practice those skills if you find this difficult. If you can come back and do that, you'll find this is much, much easier. So anytime we subtract with integers, I do something called a keep, change, change. I'm going to keep that negative 47, negative 47. I'm going to change subtraction to addition, and I'm going to change the negative, whatever the sign of this term is, I'm going to change it to the opposite. So a negative 23 becomes a positive 23. Now I'm going to combine like terms. Negative 47 plus a positive 23 gives me a negative 24. Does the left side equal the right side? It surely does. What does that mean? I got a correct answer. X has got to be equal to a negative 47. Hey, thanks for joining me. Math is easy. Take it step by step.